Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy, Marcellus. Wiley, I know you're like, where's Marcellus? This old scruffy-looking dude. I've become over here in this jungle of paradise, Hawaii. I look a pure mess. Man, it's all good because we still gonna have us a great show. Amazing show, because that's what we do. Amazing things. But first, let's talk about what's up with that dude and this Dudley I got going on from Different Strokes. Y'all remember way back in the day, my favorite show ever. Y'all are not seeing crazy things. These landing strips actually are real. Those 2 strips of my peninsula, which occurred from me taking a helmet off thousands and thousands of times, is why my hairline looks a little compromised. That's the only reason. It's funny, that's why I also don't grow out my hair, on top of being lazy, on top of the fact I don't want to go to the barber shop and make an appointment and spend $100 Jalen Rose style and have some dude talk to me about the Lakers and Clippers, which we're going to talk about today for countless amount of hours, right? While he's sitting there on the phone, giving me a fade, talking about life. So I keep the baldy, but I told y'all I left my equipment, at least my shaving cream at the crib. So I got to go with this look, the Dudley look. Tell me how it looks. Well, it looked pretty good yesterday on the water. As you guys can see, this is actually a picture of my balcony, y'all. I'm really proud of my balcony because this is not the one I paid for. The one I paid for was just this brick wall facing some mountain by Hawaii, right? But then my daughter got injured. They start comping everything. So the Compton and me took all the comps that they gave us, and now we live in life high on the hog. We went canoeing yesterday. Yeah. City boy like me went canoeing. That was fun. It was really easy to do. Now, it was all the kids, my wife and I, and we had the tour guide, the instructor, who did 99.99% of the work. He did all the steering and told us where to go, et cetera. It was amazing. We saw schools of fish. So, I mean, look, it's a 3-year-old out there, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old watching a school of fish just go with them. And they were just sitting there like mesmerized, singing Moana. Make way, make way. They just looking at all the fish. Come on, let us see do. Like, I love that movie. They love that movie. We really were living out scenes of Moana on the water. It was sick. And then we just paused, looked at some underwater caves. That was amazing. The kids were just like mesmerized and really calm on the waters. And we stood there. It sounded like we sat there for maybe 20, 30 minutes. Guess what, y'all? We had literally drifted all the way back to the shore, all the way back to where we started from. So we didn't even have to canoe our way back in, paddle our way back in. That was amazing. The kids were like, yo, Daddy, that was like a natural force at work. So that was fun. After that, we went to the pool, same old, same old. Are y'all with me on vacations? All you do is go somewhere else and pay to be there. And you could have did all this same stuff at home. I'm like, dog. All we doing is drinking a high-priced liquor. That's comp, though. And all we doing is sitting in the pool. We got a pool. All the people in here are either our friends or people that you're talking to, but you got about a 3-minute time limit. Then after that, it's like it's getting weird because, like, I came here to relax, and now I'm having this full-on conversation with somebody I'm never going to see again. Let's chill. And I'm sitting there just laughing at it all, but that's what you do on vacations. At least that's what you do with kids. Vacations with kids are different, y'all. They are not for you to go and recharge your batteries. You're on vacation to drain your batteries, and you're always punching the clock. You're always on parent duty, but I love it to death. Other than that, my eyes are really red because of the chlorine, because these kids do not get out the pool. That means they are peeing in that pool all damn day, and the hotel's fighting that. My eyes lost that battle. My daughter and I came home, came into the room pretty early and tapped out. No love appointment scheduled with the wife, so that's life. All right, let's get into the story right now, man. Our daily update with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Let's do it. We got a few comments that I'm going to chime in on, but let's just hear what the two combatants are saying now. Few hours after, obviously, their dust-up blew up. Now it's a few days from that same dust-up. Here's Caitlin Clark. She should never be criticized for what she did. I'm just one that competes, and she competed. Ellipsis, I'm a big fan of hers. Nothing to say about that, right? She's like, look, I wanted to smoke. I got the smoke. It is what it is. Now, we did the same gesture. We did them differently. We did them with a little different intensity, whatever you want to call that, but they both did the same thing in a nutshell. My boy Acho out there still in Wileyisms. I love you, dog, but you know how it goes. I'll let you have it. But you can't call for attention and hang up. That's my grandma's Acho's. I let him borrow that, I guess, because he didn't ask for it. So that's what's going on over there. Caitlin also said, I think men have always had trash talk. Ooh, you should be able to play with that emotion. That's how every girl should continue to play. That is real. One thing I've noticed about the WNBA, NBA, college women's, college men's, is that it's almost promoted and marketed different. Like, the women's game, let's look at it as a little gentler and lean into their looks, or, don't let them just be ballers. Now, sometimes they overcorrect, and some of the girls, man, they are straight ball, like all Iverson tatted up, head to toe, wristbands, armbands. I'm like, all right, even in the men's game, that's too much. So I don't know what we're going for. Are we going for the gentle model look, or are we going for the rugged, raw, I ball? I don't think you should go for any look. Just be a baller, and that speaks for itself. So I agree with her here. I don't think runner-ups usually go to the White House. LSU should enjoy that moment for them. Salute. Duh. That was a duh statement from everybody except Jill Biden. She's the only one who didn't get that memo before she made that statement. Here's Angel Reese, and she says there's no beef between her and Caitlin Clark. Love it. Quote, why are we going back and forth as women if we're supposed to be growing the game together? Why can't we be together? All right. I feel like we've went into a space where it's black women against white women, and that's the negative part of it. Amen. Oh, I'm sorry. See, look at me. I'm already doing it. A woman. Yes, I love it. That's what you're supposed to say in that moment right there. You don't need this whole unity, UNITY, to grow the game. But at the same time, when you have your biggest moment in college basketball history as a woman, maybe it shouldn't get derailed by any other conversations but how great the game was and how great the product is, right? Now, these storylines do add to it because let's be real. If it was just a simple game, we're not talking about it, 3 days later? We know how it goes. Nope, we ain't even talking about UConn game. That was a smash. San Diego State, bye-bye, peace. No White House for you. So I understand you got to rob yourself, and you're going to rob yourself at times by having these storylines, but they do pay in other ways, right? Those storylines continue to get into other conversations that we've had. In summation, I'm loving it. I think basketball has their magic bird dynamic that they've been just craving for in women's basketball. They're going to run with that. Obviously, that's racial as well. But as long as it doesn't go too far, I'm fine with it. Let the ladies ball like the men ball. Y'all go out there and just represent as ballers. There's one huge takeaway I would take from this, and it's this. When you're mad, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, when you're mad at how you're being treated, the other person that's being treated better than you is not your problem. I went through this as well. They're not the enemy. It's the people that are treating you wrongly, right? I remember growing up, and there were times I was envious or jealous or mad at somebody else who was getting all the love, and I wasn't. And I had to correct myself, make sure I didn't get mad at them because they weren't the problem. The people who were treating me wrong were the problem, and the people that was pumping them up may have been the problem. But that's when you look inward and just make sure you're your best version, and then you go out and ball out. All right, y'all. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, it's time to go into the weight room. Damn it. I've been on this vacation so long, I'm starting to get a little flabby. Look at me lying. I've been flabby before I even landed here. All right, but Derrick Henry, that dude, King Henry, is taking us in the weight room, and we gonna travel with him. I'm gonna give you all my cheat codes to the weight room and how to be the best athlete you can be. That's next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reese TV. Challenge time. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy, Marcellus Wiley, about to flex, about to show y'all what I used to do, take you back to the old school, take you back to the weight room where Derrick Henry posted some of his workouts. And as we know, preparation is the separation. And Derrick Henry, the way he prepares, now you know why he is King Henry. Now, who am I to talk? Who am I to sit here and give you some cheat codes and give you some intel on the weight room? Well, before I turn into dad bod, let me just tell y'all, I used to squat. My max was 795 pounds, and my bench press was 495 pounds. I already hear y'all already. Why you couldn't put 5 pounds on the squat and on the damn bench to be an 800-pounder and a 500-pounder? All I'm going to say to y'all is, could y'all even understand what 495 felt like? And if you do, you know the difference between that and 500. It is a different animal. But hey, I tried. That's as close as I could get. But I'm looking at these videos that you guys are going to see right here. And the first one is Derrick Henry. I stopped counting at the 8th wheel. I don't know how many wheels he got on here, so I don't know how much weight this is. I see it bouncing, the weights, which is interesting because I'm like, that's not metal weights. That's not the typical weights. Those look like those rubber weights, but they still look like 45s to me. So that's a hell of a lot of weight right there. That might be 1,000-some pounds. Look at the form right there. Dude is doing it in socks. Y'all caught me? Y'all heard me? Socks. He is squatting in socks. Let him know, hey, no cheating here. This is going to be straight from the foot up. And everything in athletics starts from the feet up. I'm being real. You guys got to protect your dogs, and you can see him doing amazing right there. The bench is there just to give him proper technique and make sure his depth is accurate. Okay, then you see him with the chains around the neck, and we ain't talking about at the club. We ain't talking about 2 chains. We talking about those chains also with the band. Now, he's doing basically push-ups, right? Reverse bench press, some would call this, but he's doing push-ups with a chain on them. What this is doing is giving him what they call proprioception, right? It's this word that how do you adjust, how do you maneuver in space? How is your body responding to instability? So he's doing this without weights because that's a constant force. That's a constant pressure. This is not. Look at his wrist. Every time his wrist moves, every time his elbow moves, every time his shoulder moves, it's a different minor muscle group being activated out there. This is not only great for strength, but this is also good for stability and more so injury prevention. Smart play. I don't know who dude is in the back, but he yoked up too. Okay, now let's get to this one where he's doing pull-ups. Oh, those pull-ups are gangster. You know why those are gangster? Because he's doing it with a band, and then he's also doing these thrusts with the lunge, and he's doing bench press with the chains. All those things, once again, giving you dynamic strength. You get to the next clip, you see Derrick Henry going sideways, both ways, reversing it, right? With the lunge, the side lunge. You know, also getting some of that upper body and that torso work, along with that ab work to make sure he can get you on all angles. This is my favorite one. Got him on the balance ball, right? That's difficult enough just to stand up there. But now he's doing stiff arms off the balance ball. And how many times have we seen him do that? 1,000 times. Well, this is how he does it so well. Not only is this great for just actually going out there and mimicking what you do on the field, that's proper practice to do exactly what you're going to do in game situations with great stability. And this one just gets you damn tired, boss. You got to run up to the ball, jump up, slam, explosive movements, get down low. See how you got to get low, jump up high, do all those dynamic movements. All right. Derrick Henry, you're a monster, and now we can see why. All these workouts have me reminiscing about some of the craziest workouts that I've seen or been through. Craziest workout I ever seen, the craziest thing I ever seen as a feat with my own eyes was Larry Allen when he bench pressed, I think, 700 pounds. Whatever the number was, it looked like what Derrick Henry was squatting, he actually bench pressed. That was the craziest thing I ever seen. Craziest thing I ever did? Sand dunes was up there. If you guys know LA or you know workout places, the sand dunes is a place of legend. It was a place where the military actually used to train, and it's just this big hill, all of sand, right? Sand dunes. But most people struggle to even make it to the top walking, because every time you take a step, Obviously, the sand is like, hey, come back here. And you take a step, and then your feet would just drift back, almost like walking through quicksand. And you just keep going. And the harder you would run, it kind of like the more slippery it became. So you had to find that proper balance of speed, but also endurance to make it all the way. I only in my entire life, without stopping, made it to the top once. And that's not something you should really clap at, because I've heard of guys who can do it multiple times. But for me, there was one offseason when I was able to do it once, and I was a killer that offseason. That was the same offseason I was running with the DBs and the linebackers in Buffalo. And that's also the same offseason that I'd have back surgery, because those workouts were strenuous. And I don't know, maybe it's just a lot of wear and tear, but it ended up taxing me. Let me give you guys some cheat codes to what you can do. There's a natural cheat code that everybody could do. I hate when people say, I don't know where to work out, or I don't have a membership, or I don't know how to do it. When I was trying to make it to the NFL, I used the stairs in my apartment building. When I was trying to make it to the NFL, I used the driveway in my apartment building. I ran around the neighborhood. I would run to the gym, work out at the gym. I would run to the track, do a track workout, and then run home because I didn't have a car. There's no excuses if you really want to make it. So here's some natural cheat code exercises. Push-ups, straight up push-ups. Do them any way you want. Traditional, wide, diamonds. Pull-ups, I don't care where. It could be a damn street pole. It could be a damn light post. Just get your butt into that position or this position, do some pull-ups. And sit-ups. Everybody could do those, no matter where you are, no matter where you live, no matter what your resources are. Best weight room cheat codes are this. Dumbbell bench press. Not the straight bar, not both hands at the same time. Dumbbell, right? So you can get all that kind of movement and stability like Derrick Henry. Single leg squats, one leg at a time, y'all. One leg, because you play sports on one leg at a time. And hang cleans for explosiveness. Not all the way up, just hang clean. Keep it from the halfway point, bring them up. Google them if you don't understand it. And the last thing you can do is mentally. You got to always work your mind, train your brain. Repeat your mantra. For me, it was Philippians 4:13. I can do anything through him who strengthens me. And he is I, and I am him. Thank you, God. Remind yourself that this is all a game, all a journey. Stop making every single play and moment an end-all, be-all destination. It's a game. It's a journey. And write your goals down. Things are easier manifested if they're written down. Trust me, it works. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, oh man, what does Dick Butkus, Joe Thomas, and Brandon Marshall, the receiver, all have in common? Oh, we about to fight with Narrative 101. Figure that trivia out and come back with me next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reese TV. What do they have all in common? I don't know. I'll tell you later. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley out here, scruffy, looking roughy. Oh, man, but as rough as I look, wasn't as rough as some of these players I'm about to talk about had it in the NFL in terms of postseason success, postseason opportunities, right? Now, we always look at these athletes, especially the great ones, and say, how many championships did they win, right? But sometimes that's skipping steps. Before you even talk about how many championships you won, you got to be in position to win a championship. You got to have the opportunity to win a championship. That means you had to have postseason success. Well, let's take it even further. I had to dig into the crates for this one and have some fun with you guys. There are some tremendous, great players that not only didn't win a championship, but didn't even make it to the postseason and have postseason success. Y'all like, what? Great players that didn't even make the playoffs? Yes, let's talk through this. Wow. Did y'all know that Archie Manning, yes, Peyton and Eli's daddy, yes, the royal father he is, did not make the postseason at all. Ever. Y'all remember the New Orleans Saints and the paper bags, all that? Yeah, we all remember that. But damn, if you would have put a gun to my head and said, did Archie Manning ever make the postseason? I'd be like, yeah. And they would have went, boom. And I was like, oh, that hurt. So Archie Manning never made it. Ryan Fitzpatrick from Harvard never made it. Didn't he play like 938 years and never made it to the postseason? I think I would have lost that trivia as well. What about you guys? Now, Takeo Spikes, another great player. I played against Takeo. Y'all know Mr. Neck, all neck team. He was a beast, right? He played for Cincinnati, so it was kind of like, I might have won that trivia. Just the fact that you would have asked me, did Takeo Spikes ever make the postseason playing for Cincinnati? I'd probably be like, nope. And I would have won one. All right, now let's get into me, the top 5 named good players that did not make the postseason ever. Let's start off with a friend of mine who actually goes to our kids' school, and I see him all the time, former great football player and now actor, and married to Kerry Washington, Nnamdi Asomugha. Y'all remember Big Nnamdi? That, first of all, Nnamdi, my height. Nnamdi is huge. And Nnamdi was one of the NFL's most feared cornerbacks. He played for the Raiders, late 2000s, y'all remember? That's when he peaked. Quarterbacks knew to avoid him, especially in man-to-man. That dude was a beast, elite. First-team All-Pro a couple times. They only targeted him in 3 years, 136 times in his final 60 games as a Raider. That's beasting. 8 interceptions, 2007. He was a man, child. He was a beast. Then he went to the Eagles. Remember in 2011, they had the dream team they were talking about? Yeah, that didn't go well. And then he went to the Niners, and they cut him. That's the same year the Niners went to the NFC Championship game. So, damn it, there goes all his postseason opportunities. Never made it. Brandon Marshall, probably one of the best receivers in NFL history, especially with having 1,200-yard seasons for 4 different teams. Now, he played for a total of 7 different teams, but do not sleep on this dude. He was a monster. Remember with the Bears and the Jets? He set records, also with the Broncos, 2009. One game he had 21 catches. Big dude, played for all those teams. He was 16th all time when he retired, 970 catches. One of the best receivers ever. Then he went to the Seahawks, got cut. They made the playoffs. Then he went to the Saints, got cut, and they made the playoffs. Damn. Joe Thomas. I was like, Joe Thomas? Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I get it. This is a great, look at his biography right here. 2007, number 3 overall pick, one of the best O-linemen ever. We all know, played 11 years, All-Pro 6 times, third most for all left tackles. Dude played 10,363 snaps in a row before finally having that snap with an injury in 2017. Damn. He was a beast. Then he almost got traded to the Denver Broncos, but that didn't go through. Guess what the Denver Broncos did that year? Yep, they won the Super Bowl. Oh, man, so he had to stay in Cleveland from the beginning to the end, including being on IR when they went 0-16. 0-16 is bad enough. And you not playing? Ooh, that's horrible. Gale Sayers. Oh, this is number 2. You know him. They called him one of the most elusive, great players ever. Didn't play that long, but the Kansas Comet was a beast. 22 touchdowns as a rookie. What? Kept getting hurt. His knees kept giving out on him, but he still kept returning to form and playing great. But in 4.5 healthy years, check this out. He made 5 All-Pro teams in 4.5 years. Damn. Half a year he made an All-Pro. Was a beast. One of the most exciting players in NFL history. I would have lost that trivia. And this one, I certainly would have lost it. Dick Butkus. What? Like, people use Dick Butkus as like the symbol of NFL toughness and greatness. Never made the postseason. They talked about how tough he was. He played for the Bears when the Bears were sorry, basically. He was taken before Gale Sayers, 1 spot, and he made 8 Pro Bowls and 5 All-Pro teams in the 60s and 70s, made the all-decade teams. All that greatness, and no postseason success. You know the narrative one-on-one. You're not great unless you won a Super Bowl. And then sometimes y'all take a little off that. Well, you're not great unless you did something, came close, or made your team better. Well, I just named a bunch of amazing players that never won it all. And I always keep that in my back pocket when, y'all start trying to clown Barry Sanders or something like that. I'm like, dog, not only did he never win it all, but some guys never even had a chance to win it all and still are on some of the Mount Rushmore lists as some of the greats. So I had a suspect playoff career as well. I went 0-3 in the playoffs. So that means one and done one year, one and done one year, one and done one year. We lost to Dan Marino one time. I had a sack, though, at least. Hey. And then we lost to the Patriots the year before. They were the perfect Patriots in Jacksonville. And then the Music City Miracle, obviously. It took God. It took the forces of nature. It took a miracle to stop that Buffalo Bills team that year. So 0-3 in the playoffs. But I'm not nearly as great as these guys, but still, they suffer from what I suffer from. No rings unless they're married. Coming up next on Never Shut Up is full episode time, man. The city of Los Angeles doesn't know what to do. My phone is already blowing up. Everybody's talking about that Clippers-Lakers game. Playoff seeding is on the line. Playoff opportunities are on the line. Let's talk through that because the GOAT, man, LeBron James is going to have something to say tonight. Let's see. Next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV. See you tomorrow. Reese TV. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. Oh, y'all know it's a holiday, at least in Los Angeles. This is La Ball Day right now. Clippers versus Lakers. I'm telling y'all, my phone, I thought something was going on at home. I thought it was an emergency at the crib. Blowing up. Everybody got their jokes flying because the Lakers right now, they're surging. And the Clippers, we're doing something else. I don't know what you want to call it, riding the roller coaster. Some would say, oh, y'all out here tanking. That's not happening. But the best basketball for the Clippers may be ahead of them because right now it's not in the present time. All that said, we saw LeBron James once again help the Lakers win in overtime last night. Balled out 37 points in 38 minutes, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. But the key stat was he had to play in overtime. And now they play the Clippers on a back-to-back. Going to be interesting. Let's talk through this, all right? Lakers come on strong over the past couple of weeks, winning their last 4 in a row, 7 of their previous 8 games since March 19th. Yay, go Lakers. Let's talk about it. They are 12-5 in their last 17, helping them climb out of that bottom dwelling cellar they were in. And, you know, we were like, they ain't even going to make the play-in. They're going to make the play-in now. Now they're trying to fight for one of those top 6 seeds, steal it away from my Clippers or steal it away from the Warriors. Okay, so they're in prime position right now. Everybody's pumped for the Lakers because not only are they playing well, but also the GOAT. And it's funny because you can see in the interviews now, post-game especially, all the players, man, go. That's what's happening right now, fueling them in this little postseason attempt or postseason run. Love it all, love it all, love it all. But hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you got to hold your horses. Before any of that can happen for the Lakers and LeBron James this year, they got to beat the Clippers. Why? Because this is going to be the 80th game of an 82-game schedule, right? And the Clippers, not only do they have the Lakers number this year, but they have their number the last 4 years. I mean, how many times have the Lakers beat the Clippers? Just start there, let alone on the 80th game of a back-to-back that you need for the postseason. Ooh, this is going to be crunchy. Lakers going to have to go out there and do it. Are they going to rest Anthony Davis? As they said, they are resting him on back-to-backs. This is a back-to-back. But this is a different back-to-back. So what you going to do with the young star, which is crazy? Like, you got to rest AD. I know his name is synonymous with injury, but, hey, we're going to have to throw that out. Tonight, you're going to have to play. You're going to rest LeBron because of age and just knowing, hey, can we manage this some other way and win this game without LeBron James? Whew. Well, the Clippers are going to be underhanded as well. Shorthanded, I should say, because no Paul George. And we're going to see how this plays out. Now, to get to the top 6, that's where the Clippers dwell right now. And then the Warriors are right there. And everybody's jockeying for position, and you better not play around with the basketball gods and try to figure out exactly where you want to be, because you know in that first round, Phoenix Suns going to be looking at somebody like, oh, yeah, we're going to eat. I mean, say what you want about the Sacramento Kings, but who wants to see them, right? That's going to be another situation to try and avoid. So all of this, it is crazy because I just got a text message now from the Lakers owner, one of them, Jesse Buss, who's on vacation with me and my kids as well. His little son's a little beast, a little baller, right? And we're coaching together this year in basketball. I'm the head coach because I'm the Clipper, and he's the assistant coach because he's a Laker. Let me stop. No, we want our kids to play together. He hit me up. I said, of course, man. And the name of the team, hilarious. We're the Clippers. I'm like, hey, dog, I love you, but we playing as the Clippers. So a Lakers owner coaching on the Clippers is happening. So we're going to connect and watch the game together somewhere in this resort. But everyone always asks me, why are you a Clippers fan? Well, let's get this out the way. My dad's from Tyler, Texas, and at the age of 18, he moved to San Diego Clippers. My dad's a diehard Clippers fan. Growing up, I was not a fan of the Lakers. I was not a fan of the Clippers. Matter of fact, I didn't even like basketball like that because I played for 1 year. I was so sorry. I quit basketball, and I kind of swore it off, not only playing it, but also just in fandom. I was like, man, I ain't tripping on basketball. Football and track for me. That was a dumb mistake I made because, one, basketball would have helped my football game out tremendously. All of that lateral movement, small space movement, should have been a baller as well. But beyond that, I didn't even get to ride the wave of the Showtime Lakers. I will admit I had long days because I was consumed with playing football and track that ate up all my day. More than that, I had a long schedule because I was studying and I had to travel. We had to go far to Santa Monica to go to school and taking the bus to Westchester. So my days were really consumed. I didn't have that idle time to root for any team. So I saw the Showtime Lakers and I was like, yeah, go LA pride. But I wasn't tripping. And so this is not a shtick. This is not me acting like, oh, you're a Clipper fan now just because it's something that's cool to do. Nah, I just wasn't a fan of anything. But when I retired, just like in football, I said I always wanted the fan experience. That's why I bought those Chargers season tickets. And I sit there front row as a fan, spill beer on me, take a picture with me. Let's clown, let's yell together. I am there. I'm not in the suites. I'm not with ushers and protected. I'm sitting there as a fan. I've always wanted that because playing ball is a whole different animal than sitting there tailgating, having some ribs and a little drink and pounding them. So that's why I do that. Same thing with the Clippers. When it was time for me to pick a team, I already had the seeds planted from my dad. And my dad was like, y'all, you can join the family, be a Clipper fan. And I was like, all right, why not? Plus, the Clippers actually symbolize who I am, an underdog at heart, an underdog in spirit. I am not a Laker, like in terms of mother's pearls and prestige and we're the legacy family and we go to the games and we show up late, leave early and text through the whole thing courtside in our Maybachs. And I know that's not true of all Laker fans, but just in general, that's not how I see myself. And I didn't see myself as a Laker fan. Plus, y'all know me, I'm gonna go against the grain if necessary, and certainly if I think it's desirable. So I just looked at the Clippers. They just embodied who I was more than the Lakers. And that's it. Now, we're going to see what happens tonight. I'm going to probably post some pictures, clowns, some videos of a Lakers owner sitting there suffering as his team just loses its grasp on this playoff seeding. Jesse Buss sitting there crying, oh, my God, what's happening to my franchise? And I'm going to be like, loan me $1 million. I'm going to bet him $1 million. I know he got it. I'm going to bet him $1 million that the Clippers win because we always win. That is the smartest bet. That's the safest bet. So hope you guys celebrate this LA holiday with us. La, 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 la. Because y'all know what's going down. And once again, I'm saying it now. Clip City, Chip City. They're going to beat the Lakers. And this year, Paul George healthy, coming back with Kawhi. I don't see it. Only team I'm even nervous about are the Phoenix Suns. The rest of these teams, get out our way. It's Clip City, Chip City. Yes, 2023. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we finish every show with a Wileyism. Ooh, this moisture out here in Hawaii helps my vocals. This is a good one. Dreams are made in the dark. Dreams are made in the dark. Yes. Let's look physically. When you dream, you're asleep. When you dream, that room is dark. When you dream, your eyes are closed. Dreams are made in the dark. That means when you're going through a dark time in your life, don't get scared, y'all. Dreams are made in the dark. When you're going through hell and it feels like, oh man, all this adversity, you know what's on the other side of that? Other side of that adversity is the victory, because dreams are made in the dark. In that darkness is when you all of a sudden can map out your way to your victory, to your success. So come out that darkness and live your dream and live it in the light. I swear, in all my darkest moments of life, those were the moments I held on the tightest. And I said, damn it, I hate this moment right now, but damn it, this too shall pass. And damn it, I'm just gonna go and stake myself and stake my claim on what I really want. Because there were a lot of times I wanted to quit. Let's be real. All of us want to quit. I hear people like, man, it ain't never crossed my mind. You a damn lie. I mean, quitting is not always a grand concept. It means you ain't going to go work out today. You just quit on it today. Today was a gift. Today was a present, and you just quit on it. You just didn't open up that gift, right? So always remember, no matter what you're going through, hold on tight. Don't quit. Dreams are made in the dark. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. I'm about to go get paid by these Lakers. I'm about to go down to the pool, act a fool, make all these daddies jealous because they can't throw their kids as high as I can. That's the only muscle that still works on this body. I ain't Derrick Henry, but I can throw a 3-year-old up in the air. That's all I got, y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. Check y'all out in the comments and see you tomorrow. Clip City, Chip City. See y'all tomorrow. Never shut up. Peace.